Holmes alone. Fresh twist in Eamonn Holmes and Ruth Langsford's divorce as celeb pair battle over £3.6 million home. Eamonn has told pals his relationship with Ruth is very, very tricky. Ruth Langsford has engaged lawyers to ensure Eamonn Holmes will never get her share of their £3.6 million home. The divorcing Loose Women star has been granted a severance of joint tenancy of the six-bed pile they bought in 2014. The move, revealed in public documents, means that if Ruth were to die, her share of the house in Weybridge, Surrey, would not go to GB News host Eamonn. Sarah Dwight, of the Law Society, explained, "There are different ways to own a property. You can do so as joint tenants, which means it is 50-50 split. If one partner dies, the other automatically inherits the other's share. This applies even if one partner has left their share to children from a previous relationship, the other partner would still get it. One of the first things divorce lawyers do is to give their clients the option to sever the joint tenancy, so they can leave their share of the house to whoever they want. This move protects Ruth in that if she were to die, she can leave her wealth to whoever she wants, rather than Eamonn getting everything." Last week Eamonn fell from his chair during a live TV stint. He has told pals his relationship with Ruth is very, very tricky. The couple, both 65, met in 1997. They had son Jack in 2002 and wed in 2010, moving into the home on a private estate 4 years later. But last year we revealed they were to divorce. Devastated, Ruth had overheard Eamonn secretly chatting to another woman. Eamonn is now dating marriage counselor Katie Alexander. In recent years he has had double hip replacement surgery, slipped discs and ongoing spinal problems. Eamonn Holmes' unlikely replacement, revealed, after TV presenter's health woes. Following Eamonn Holmes' recent fall, a source has claimed that bosses at GB News are considering GMB presenter Richard Madeley as a potential replacement for the TV host. Bosses at GB News are said to be drawing up contingency plans should Eamonn Holmes need to step back due to his health woes. Fans expressed concern this week after the presenter, 65, fell off his chair live on TV while anchoring his usual breakfast show. After the incident, Eamonn insisted he was fine and blamed the incident on dodgy studio chairs with very wonky wheels, but a source said the challenge is now facing a serious production challenge, as it is not the first time the TV host has fallen. Because of this, bosses are said to be considering Good Morning Britain anchor Richard Madeley, 69, as a potential stand-in for Eamonn. While nothing's confirmed yet, Richard's name is said to be frequently mentioned in talks. A source told the Daily Mail following Eamonn's recent falls, "He fell a few weeks ago too, just not during the broadcast. There's a pattern here, and everyone's concerned. Eamonn's still sharp as a tack and a joy to watch, but it's a serious production challenge now." Talking about Richard as a potential replacement, the source added, "Nothing's confirmed, but they'd need someone with gravitas and live TV experience if Eamonn needs to step back." Eamonn has previously been open about his health conditions after suffering a series of setbacks in recent years. The Northern Irish broadcaster has undergone a hip replacement, as well as more surgery due to 3 slipped discs. His health took a turn in 2022, but just 1 year later, he stated he could no longer walk or look after himself. Eamonn is often seen using a walking aid and suffers from chronic back pain. Now, his friends have questioned why he is continuing to appear on TV, with a source saying he is in pain all of the time. They went on to add, "It's so very sad to watch. Even though he has no feeling at all in his back at times, he is up at the crack of dawn and does 3 hours of live television, which he is, of course, very good at." Quote. Speaking to Mail Online, the source continued, "The viewers love him, but you do have to wonder how long this is going to go on." Last week, Eamonn left viewers of GB News concerned when he disappeared from his show, leaving Ellie Costello to anchor the program alone. But it was Wednesday's fall which sparked a commotion on the program as anchor Charlie Rowley was lost for words when Eamonn fell from his chair. As a sudden crash was heard, Charlie said, "Oh my gosh." While the cameras focused on Rowley, Eamonn was heard saying, "I'm fine, 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 carry on, seconds before the program went to an advert break. As the show returned following a break, Eamonn said, "I'm alive," before hitting out at the wonky wheels on his studio chair. Speaking to Ellie, he said, "They're very wonky wheels on chairs we've got here. As a matter of fact, we don't really like the chairs here." He also went on to explain he recently suffered a fall at home which left him in pain. Eamonn said, "It was a shock for me because I had a fall 2 weeks ago in my bathroom that hospitalized me and that hit me right in the back. And this hit me again, right in the back. Really, really sore, really sore. Speaking at the time on social media, he said, "An unexpected journey this morning, bit of a fall on the bathroom floor. Gosh, it hurts. Thank you, ambulance crew," alongside 4 clapping emojis. Ruth Langsford calls in lawyers to secure £3.6 million marital home from estranged husband Eamonn Holmes in fresh divorce twist. Ruth Langsford has reportedly taken legal action to ensure her estranged husband, Eamonn Holmes, will not receive her share of their £3.6 million marital home. The former This Morning presenters, both 65, stunned fans last year when news broke in May that they had separated after 14 years of marriage and were heading for divorce. Following the split, Eamonn moved out of their 6-bedroom home in Weybridge, Surrey, which the couple bought in 2014. Now, in a fresh development, The Sun reported that Ruth has been granted a severance of joint tenancy on the property. The publication said that public documents state that if Ruth were to pass away, her share of the house would not go to GB News host Eamonn. Sarah Dwight, of the Law Society, told the outlet, "One of the first things divorce lawyers do is to give their clients the option to sever the joint tenancy, so they can leave their share of the house to whoever they want. This move protects Ruth in that if she were to die, she can leave her wealth to whoever she wants, rather than Eamonn getting everything." Mail Online has contacted representatives for Ruth and Eamonn for comment. The news comes after Ruth finally ditched her wedding ring almost a year after announcing her split from Eamonn. The beloved TV presenter has resolutely kept her wedding and engagement rings on, even once declaring to a fan that she wouldn't remove them, "because I am still married." On Monday's episode of her ITV show Loose Women though, Ruth revealed the rings were off. Eamonn has been wearing his ring since the split, despite striking up a romance with new girlfriend Katie Alexander, 43. The marriage counselor had been helping him through his split, but her friends say they only grew close once the marriage was over. Ruth meanwhile has been enjoying the single life, recently jetting off for a girls' getaway for her 65th birthday. Eamonn's new relationship appears to have hit a stumbling block though, as the Mail on Sunday has revealed that Katie is refusing to move in with Eamonn, who is 22 years her senior. She has decided to remain in her native Yorkshire, where she co-parents her 2 teenage children with her ex-husband. It means she won't be setting up home with GB News presenter Eamonn, 65, at his penthouse flat in Kingston, southwest London, where he settled after moving out of the home he shared with his ex-wife. A source close to Katie, who also has a 22-year-old son from another relationship, told the Mail on Sunday, "There's no way she will move in with Eamonn in the near future, or for many years. She has her children to consider. Truth be told, they are a little unsettled at her relationship being played out in the media and she doesn't want to uproot them. They have met Eamonn on several occasions and get on great with him, so things will stay as they are for the time being. Eamonn seems so lonely since splitting with Ruth, so it's not exactly ideal for him." Eamonn and Ruth's marriage reportedly ended after she made the shock discovery that he was sharing intimate chats with another woman. The Loose Woman star also reportedly found messages on his laptop, with The Sun reporting that the discovery was a real kick in the teeth. The publication said, Eamonn thought he was in the house alone while he was chatting on the phone. But Ruth could hear him from elsewhere in the house and was totally horrified. She confronted Eamonn. It was quite a shock for both of them. Eamonn had no idea Ruth was in the house at the time. It was a huge blow to Ruth, particularly as she had been devoted to caring for Eamonn during his physical health issues. To discover he was sharing intimate chats with another woman was a real kick in the teeth for Ruth. A source reported to The Sun that the row over the phone call occurred in April in the pair's Surrey home. However, just weeks later Ruth was said to have found messages on his laptop. The discovery was said to have triggered their split announcement, with the heartbreaking discovery said to have been the straw that broke the camel's back. The insider added, after the phone call row the marriage limped on for a few weeks until Ruth found the laptop messages. It was another awful experience for her and the straw that broke the camel's back as far as the marriage was concerned. A joint statement issued by the pair announcing their split simply read, Ruth Langsford and Eamonn Holmes have confirmed their marriage is over and they are in the process of divorcing.